Hello and welcome to Value Chain TV News Update. I am Adalbio Gwejofor with the news. And on the news update, the National Security Advisor, Malam Nuhu Ribadu, has asked Nigerians to be patient with the Bola Tinubu administration, noting that the crisis inherited from the previous government cannot be solved overnight. Ribadu stated this at the ongoing 19th Annual Nigerian Editors Conference in Uyo, Akwa Ibom State. Ribadu stated that President Tinubu inherited serious active security challenges capable of bringing the country to its knees. Value Chain sought the opinion of some Nigerians on this.
Nigeria is not a country to actually wait for. We are only waiting for God. It's only God that has the final say because things are going worse and worse every day. Different government are coming, telling us stories.
The way it looks like, everything is getting porous. Everything is getting porous because there's no amount of effort. Nigerians have been patient, but that patience to me is useless because when you look at the situation, people are suffering, but they are patient. And the government said, be patient. Okay, what is it on ground that will make the people to be patient?
Minister of Finance and Coordinating Minister of the Economy, Wale Edun, says Nigeria cannot rely on borrowing to fund the 2024 budget. Mr. Edun stated this on Thursday when he appeared before the Joint Senate Committee on the 2024 to 2026 Medium-Term Expenditure Framework and Fiscal Strategy paper in Abuja. The minister stated that the best way Nigeria could fund its budget was to spend more money on infrastructure to generate more revenue, adding that the environment of the Nigerian economy, both internationally and nationally, is not one that should rely on borrowing. Not less than 5 cooperation agreements have been signed Thursday between members of the African Petroleum Producers Organization, APO, as the Société Nationale des Pétroliers du Congo concluded its 5th edition of the meeting of chief executives of national hydrocarbon companies in Brazzaville. The meeting was attended by the Minister of Hydrocarbons, Bruno Jean Richard, the Secretary General of the African Petroleum Producers Organization, Omar Farouk, and the Chief Executive Officers of the National Hydrocarbon Companies of APO member countries. Chats Moses completes the report.
At the prestigious event, the 5 agreements which were signed included 3 memorandums of understanding, 2 with Sonatrach, the National Oil Company of Algeria, which was on training and optimization of human capital. The 3rd agreement was signed with the Nigerian National Oil Company and covers key areas of cooperation, including exploration and production, and the sharing of industrial and operational practices. Other agreements were signed between the Algerian National Oil Company and the National Hydrocarbon Society of the Republic of Benin, the Democratic Republic of Congo, and the National Oil Company of Ghana. The partnerships aimed at securing commitments to regional collaborations and the pursuit of mutually beneficial initiatives and the development of more sustainable South-South solutions. At the end of the meeting, members announced that the next meeting of CEOs of national hydrocarbon companies will take place in the last week of September 2024 under the chairmanship of Equatorial Guinea National Oil Company. For Value Chain TV, Chat Moses reporting.
In a bid to accelerate fuel transition and deepen gas penetration in the country, a clean energy solution company, ASICO, has commenced its liquefied petroleum gas adoption and utilization trial in Kano State. Managing Director of ASICO Energy, Mr. Felix Ikundayo, said that the LPG autogas trial is to demonstrate to the people of Kano State that tricycles, cars, minibuses, generators and other vehicle operators that are feeling the dilapidating effects of subsidy removal on petrol have an alternative. The power firm reported that conversion started with 2 minibuses and 5 tricycles to run on autogas, and that the company has built an autogas filling station to facilitate convenient refueling for the converted vehicles. The company said the trial would assess the tangible outcomes and effects from the study to help drive up the conversion rates for auto-gas-powered vehicles across the state. The federal government is set to upgrade 26 slums in the 6 regions of the country to improve the living standards of residents. Minister of Housing and Urban Development, Mr. Ahmed Dangiwar, said this while delivering his keynote address at the 12th meeting of the National Council on Lands, Housing and Urban Development in Kaduna State. Khadija Jibril completes the report.
Dangiwa promised to rewrite the story of housing and urban development in Nigeria, stressing that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has the vision of making housing a top priority for his government. The minister explained that the ministry's goal is to implement the most historic housing and urban sector reforms ever witnessed in the country, which will be achieved by driving initiatives that will create an enabling environment for easier, safer, and profitable private sector investment in the housing sector. He stated that the agenda of the current administration was tied to 4 key presidential priorities, including economic growth and job creation, access to capital, social inclusion, and ending poverty. Khadija Jibril for Value Chain TV.
The federal government has seized over 45 billion naira, which was illegally looted from the National Treasury. This was disclosed by the Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice, Mr. Lateef Fagbemi, in his opening address at the 40th Technical Commission and plenary meeting of the Intergovernmental Action Group Against Money Laundering in West Africa, which held in the State House, Abuja. Mr. Fagbemi revealed that a number of individuals and entities linked to terrorist activities have been identified and designated, with funds traced to them confiscated. Some Nigerians have reacted to this development.
It is very good development because this will help. The money will be utilized. I hope the money is going to be utilized to develop most of the infrastructures, because when you look at the way and manners, most of our infrastructure has been dilapidated, and there's need for urgent attention to be given to those areas so that to ameliorate the suffering of the people.
It's quite disheartening, and again, I'm amazed for a government who are supposed to be transparency, who are supposed to be fair in most of their dealings. They will come out and say something. At the end of the day, the citizenry will not be able to comprehend or blend them together and know the direction where they are going. What am I trying to say in an essence? From the previous government, they said they collected some money from individuals, and they were able to dislodge terrorists. They were able to catch some terrorists, then collect their property. At the end of the day, we didn't see it in the development of this country.
And that's it on the news update. I am Adalbi Ogwejofor. Thanks for staying with us.